orators of our state. And Brad, can you give him a short preview of what to expect in Morgantown? Sincerely, Scott in the Woodlands. Yeah, look at that's funny. College, first day. So, Gary, so he's from England. I would say probably something analogous to a great Premier League soccer match where people are jacked up and excited and it's just a good vibe and a good feel. If you could, send us a note. Tell us how that does go once he experienced that. Texter says, I've got an over-under. Last year, West Virginia and Penn State combined for 494 total pass yards. Over-under, 500 total passing yards this Saturday.
Probably under.
Senator?
Under.
Texter says, I was in DeKalb, Illinois last month visiting Northern Illinois University where I graduated.
Huskies.
Met someone from Niger. He noticed my WVU shirt. He knew Morgantown. He knew Pat White. He knew Tavon Austin as a sports broadcast major. He's now in law school where his project in the lawsuit of Sean Alston versus the NCAA. Signed by Bob from Charlestown. You ever been there?
Where?
Charlestown, West Virginia.
Never heard of it.
Texter, Tony, the senator, dean of broadcasters, a friend of mine, played against West Virginia for Penn State in the 80s. He called it the toughest place to play. From the incoming projectiles at their bus getting to the stadium to their walkthrough at the stadium, they were under constant bombardment.
That's wrong, by the way.
What's that?
I mean, throwing stuff at the team.
It's not proper etiquette.
Not at all.
He said having a football helmet on getting hit with an empty pint of whiskey bottle drops you to your knees. See, I always find that to be BS. I find that
probably
to be
overblown.
I find that to be.
I think that's
show me one time a guy got hit in the head with a whiskey bottle and a helmet and he went to his knees. It's just urban legend. Anyway, he was on a team that lost to West Virginia, and someone in Morgantown has the greatest piece of sports memorabilia: Joe Paterno's glasses. After a Penn State loss, someone took Joe's glasses. Joe, being blind, put his hands on my friend's back and said, "Get me to the locker room. Keep us laughing. Go Mountaineers." That could have happened.
Really?
He could have. He may have lost his glasses. Three guys. This is AJ from South Park. Is James Franklin the most unlikable coach in college football? His haughty attitude led him on a 5-minute rant after a Penn State reporter apparently coughed during his press conference yesterday. Be sure to mask up and wash your hands before interviewing him this week. Didn't know about that.
I didn't either.
Nate from Morgantown writes, I'm currently having dinner in Manitou Springs, Colorado, after a day of exploring Pikes Peak. As I turn around to order my food, a man comes walking across in a West Virginia hat and shirt. Naturally, I greet him with a call of our people. Let's go Mountaineers. We begin to chat. Turns out he's from Martinsburg, meeting his son who lives in California halfway in for a family vacation. Even in reclaimed Big 12 territory, there's always a West Virginia connection. Cannot wait to be tailgating at 7 a.m. next weekend, pairing biscuits and gravy with bourbon. Let's go.
And maybe a Connection 304 beer to honor the connection that was just made right there, Hopsy.
Absolutely, yes.
Perfect time to...
It's a good conversation piece,
right?
right?
Connection 304. There's always a West Virginia connection, as illustrated by his text.
Yes.
Thank you.
The Memphis Botanic Garden hosts 5 outdoor concerts live at the Garden each year. Last country singer Sam Hunt, in the middle of a set, breaks out singing Country Roads. You guys are right. There's something comforting about that song that seems universal, and interestingly, they never changed the words West Virginia to something else. I loved it. I also enjoy your show. Now let's beat the hell out of Penn State, signed by Charleston Blair of Memphis. Texter, my ears perked last episode at the Jumping Branch mention, as my wife is from there, and even in West Virginia, it isn't one you hear about often. While you may miss the
Metropolis.
Yeah, that's the word. While you may miss the metropolis that is Jumping Branch while driving along Route 3 between Glade Springs and Hinton for the annual Train Days Festival, the mention of it did bring up one of my favorite West Virginia Connection stories.
Absolutely.
While my wife and I were still living in D.C., we were leaving a Nationals-Pirates game, and the simple mention of Jumping Branch in the sea of the 30 to 40,000 fans exiting caught the attention of a passerby who shouted back, Did someone say Jumping Branch, West Virginia? It turned out to be another Jumping Branchian who knew both my wife's family and my family in Morgantown.
Of course he did.
There is always a West Virginia connection, no matter how small. Looking forward to the barbecue. Stephen Saab in Morgantown.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Remember his brother?
Yeah, did some songs for us.
Did some songs.
Then goes to this.
So like he's kind
He
of
doesn't like us anymore?
No, I don't know about. He's a classic musician because those musicians always break up, don't they?
I know, but it was just him.
Did he break up with us?
You mean he broke up with us? Is that what you're saying?
I think he broke up with himself. Like he maybe have had creative differences with himself, so he doesn't produce music.
I don't know.
Maybe it was us.
Well, I mean, like you said, musicians. I mean, Oasis is just getting back together after 15 years apart, so maybe we'll hear back from him.
I'm going to read this text because it was like, I almost deleted it, but I'll read it. You ever hear a song that you can't remember the name of or who sings it and it drives you crazy? Well, what if we played some obscure songs on the speaker during Mountaineer games? Let our players know what the song is, and the opposing team would play bad because they won't be focused on the game, and we would have an internal conflict going on in their minds trying to remember the song. This is next-level mental warfare that can take us to the next level. And then he said, I'm not drunk.
Interesting strategery, though. I like that.
Well done for the last line, though, just to clarify that.
Yeah.
You may not be drunk, but you do need help. I'd say that. Hey, guys, just got out of the mountains after an 8-day, 75-mile hike to summit Mount Whitney.
Oh, my.
Looking forward to catching up on the show. I wore my Hope hat
Oh, very nice.
for the entire hike. Here it is at 14,505 feet.
Jeez.
Well done.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
That's in California.
Yeah.
That's a
Terrific.
That's a hike now.
That is a hike.
Yeah.
Good picture.
It's the highest mountain in the contiguous United States,
Really?
according to Wikipedia.
Texter, salutations, trio of rapscallions prior to the Donnybrook. Which of these things is more likely to happen in the next 20 years? West Virginia wins the national championship in football, or a West Virginian is elected president of our United States?
Natty.
Yeah, neither.
Natty.
Oh, you're saying national championship?
Yeah. Which is more likely? Give us a more likely.
So it could be just 1% more likely.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Today I'm announcing my candidacy for presidency of the United States. Yeah,
You're going to run on the Connection 304 platform.
Be a good one.
it would be.
Bring people together.
I mean,
not divide. You'd bring people together rather than divide.
Well, the fact that we have West Virginians everywhere, there's votes there, right?
Yeah, you can get some votes.
More votes out there than are in here.
Roger in Maine, haven't heard from him in a long time. Roger in Maine
Where's he
used to
been?
text a lot. I don't know where he's been. But his text is just a 5-word text. New segment, Spreads on Hats, referring to that hat.
Got a lot of inquiries about the hat.
That was really nice.
Yeah. More on that coming soon.
What hat? Oh, the cap you wore.
Yeah, three guys hat.
It's a very nice hat.
More coming soon, Hoppy.
Oh, really?
You got more hats?
More info coming soon.
At 800? Okay.
Texter says, hello. Speaking of Kit Kats, have you guys tried the Big Kit Kat bar? If you think the normal Kit Kats are good, give one of these dogs a try. Keep up the good content. I love listening to you guys. Well, if you go to Go-Mart this weekend, get fuel, food, whatever it might be, unconfirmed, they now have a 13-pound Kit Kat.
I don't know. Yeah, you're right. That is unconfirmed, so not sure. But this is confirmed. You can get 50 cents off if you have the app on Kit Kats.
I can see that, and I'll raise you this. Have a Kit Kat, earn a token with every purchase at Go-Mart. Collect tokens for your chance to win 5,000 bonus reward points. Only the top 25 token earners will win, so grab your favorite Kit Kat flavor, start collecting, get started now because the offer ends Saturday.
It's a good deal, too.
What's that?
Well, I was just thinking Big Candy's going to get involved here, and that Halloween candy's going to be pushed out soon. It's only August, but that push is coming.
No,
those
Halloween's
big, giant
here.
Halloween bags, they're going to start showing up.
Big Candy is one of the great lines. That is one of the great lines.
Have you seen the Halloween stuff is already out?
Someone told me that.
I mean, you go to Lowe's, you go to Michael's.
I tell you when I went
I'm
there.
going to tell you what I'll do. I went out to Michael's, saw that Halloween.
I went to Glenmark Center, got me 500 pounds of Reese cups at Michael's, 2 framed pictures, went over to Heavenly.
Three wicker baskets.
Went to Heavenly Ham, got a Reese's Pieces as big as a manhole cover.
And 7 hams, 2 quarts of potato salad.
Oh, wee.
I'm sorry I expressed such shock that Halloween stuff was out, but it is. It has been out for some time.
Went over to that Amish furniture store. Had a Snickers bar made into an Adirondack chair.
Buy Lowe's, got a box of nails and screws. 3 plants. That's on you. You did it.
I'm sorry.
You did it.
Got a flat of petunias.
I just was.
Oh, dear. All right.
6 pieces of untreated lumber.
Oh.
2 chandeliers. Okay, get going.
Home security camera.
And 4 gallons of paint.
3 screen doors. Gentleman was nice, brought him right out to my truck. Texter, Josh from Audra State Park. I am thankful the Big 12 has advanced their technology enough to list multiple time zones. Keeping body clock for different times will be much easier to be. So they did a good job when they put their release out.
Oh, they did? I didn't see it. They did?
Actually did.
They had the actual zones?
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but they did. The first listing was when the game was happening in the city that it was happening.
Okay.
Right? So like in Morgantown.
I know. That's overly complicated. TV's been doing this for decades. Just list the Eastern time first and go off that.
They only give 2 time zones.
They're making it harder. Trying to help them with some work.
Texter. Peach pie in the start of the college football season. The peach is a difficult fruit to put in a pie and the perfect metaphor for the start of the college football season. Unripe, it is too firm, lacks the sweetness and the proper peach flavor. Overripe, the peach can be mushy, mealy, or even worse, moldy.
Ooh.
There is a narrow window where the fruit is at its best. Even with the perfect peach, the peach pie is a balance with soupy and goopy. Many times you can't really know what you'll have until you take it out of the oven and let it cool. Perfect or not, the peach pie and the first kickoff are welcome treats at the end of August.
That's good. Good point. Points.
I'm bummed out. I've only gotten 1 good peck of peaches so far this season.
Yeah, you've been
those
complaining
were
about
good.
that.
Well, those were.
Now, wait a minute, Tony. I just went on the Big 12 website.
Yeah.
Composite schedule. Saturday, August 31st. Penn State at West Virginia, 11 a.m. Central Time.
On their game release that they emailed out yesterday, they were listed in the.
All times listed for this coming Saturday are in Central Time.
Okay, fine. Forget it. I'm not even going down the road. Texter, do you think where losses come during the season affects the perception of how this season goes? I could see us being 4-4, but finish 8-4.
I think that can happen. Yeah.
By the way,
but that's what we talked about. Those opening 8 games, all due respect to Albany, you feel like you're going to win Albany. The rest of that's going to be a battle.
By the way, New Mexico and Arizona, 9:30 p.m. Central Time. Wyoming and Arizona State, 9:30 p.m. Central Time. Welcome to the Big 12.
Yeah, because that's 10:30 here, isn't it? Texter, ciao, amici. I saw this on my way downtown today. Oh, my goosebumps. Dino and Morgantown. So if you take a close picture there, look at that picture. That was when they were backing in Rev Kev's 32-foot barbecue restaurant trailer into Daniel's parking lot.
Had to block University Avenue.
Shout out to American Homes. They used the folks at American Homes to back that thing in. Took 3 hours.
I was going to ask you because I was over there today, had my shift at Daniels today.
Sure, yeah.
Very busy over there today. Tons of great new West Virginia stuff, by the way.
No
So I
surprise.
was doing my shift, folding, did some mannequins today, Hop,
Yeah.
as you know, talked to some customers. They were in there too. So I went out and checked it out and looked at it. I was going to ask you who was the driver that got that thing in. They did a heck of a job.
Guy, I talked to Rev Kev. He said the guy was like a surgeon. Took 3 hours. And that's
No,
going to
no,
be
it
there.
didn't.
It's going to be there. Yeah, it did. Seriously, I'm serious.
3 hours.